Hey, what's up, everybody? Froggy here. Just wanted to do a quick breakdown because we are coming in to the record date on GameStop warrant dividends, which is the third. If you want to own the dividend, you need to own 10 shares of GameStop before the third. You have 2 days left, and it has to be in a rounded up number to the 10 spot. You have to own 10 full shares to be able to achieve the warrant dividend, which will be distributed on the 7th through the week. Okay, double check with your broker, make sure they're actually going to honor the warrant dividend. If not, I'm sorry to say there's probably not enough time to switch your brokers at this point. But if your broker does give you an issue, please go to my Twitter feed, my X feed. I'm sorry. We really need to work on that. And go to my pinned tweet and post any information from your broker if they're not allowing you to be part of the dividend. If your broker's not going to honor the dividend, please come in here, post about it. Do not post your account information. Do not post personal information. Do not post any recorded phone calls. There could be legal problems with that. But you can go ahead and write comments. You can go ahead and shoot screenshots and let us know if your broker's not going to honor the dividend. So either way, I wanted to make a quick video, just a basic rundown. October 3rd, record date. GME, you need 10 shares to get one dividend warrant. The dividends will be distributed on the 7th, and I believe at the end of October is when they expire. You have your options. You can choose to exercise the dividend at $32. You can choose to sell your dividend into the open market, or you could straight up let it expire. I'm going to explain my thought process on that. It's really simple. I'm going to keep my warrants the longest amount of time possible up to the expiration date and then probably exercise them. I think it's more bullish if everybody just lets their warrants expire, but people do not want to take a loss on that, and I completely understand it. But if you let them expire, that means zero dilution. Does the company not make that $32 or whatever they make in cash from you exercising it? Yes, but they have $9 billion. Letting the warrants expire is the most bullish signaling thing, I personally think, in my opinion, in the market. Of course, again, nothing, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you my thesis and I'm telling you my play and how I'm going to do it and just putting out a little information. So either way, I may exercise mine at the end. If GameStop is creeping up, the price is going up, everything's looking good, I'll just let them expire. It's not worth the exercise to me to make that little bit of money, or to sell them is definitely not worth it. If you sell your warrants into the open market, that allows people who may not be having the best interest for the stock and the shareholders and the company, it may give them the more power that they need to manipulate the short positions or whatever they're doing, being douchebags in the open market. So, anyways, I've got a post I want to show you guys. Netflix is having trouble, of course. This is really important. I think this is where the fireworks are. Very technical based trend signaling things happening in the IWM. The blue line is GME. The red and green lines here are the IWM, right? I talked about this on X today. This is 2020, this box. This is the pandemic crash. This is the IWM exploding out of the pandemic crash because of all the free money, the big hype coming around, stonks, all that stuff. We all lived it. Everybody jumped in the stock market, Robinhood app, all the big things, right? That IWM chart in the red and green candles and then the blue GME squeeze out is exactly what I'm seeing here in 2025. Look at that. You have a big dump, IWM squeezing out, shorts bailed, and we all know that they are shorting GameStop through the IWM. They can short stocks through the indexes and indirect exposure. And right now, the IWM has 30% short interest, which to me seems kind of wild. And I'll tell you why. Everything is squeezing. Gold, silver, Tesla, GameStop's popping off. Banks are at all-time highs. Look at, I just got to show you this real quick. This is insane. Let me show you JP Morgan, which I actually have taken puts out on. I'm not a fan of JP Morgan. Their manipulative practices in the precious metals market has been happening for generations. It's freaking terrible. Look at this. Are you telling me that all the banks, and not every bank is priced like this, but the charts are pretty similar, all these banks are squeezing out to all-time highs on the back of all the economic downturn we had under the past 4 years of the previous administration? It's crazy. Something's happening. They're building liquidity for a big event. Silver and gold are going absolutely bananas. Look at silver. Silver is coming into the biggest cup and handle I have ever seen. If you go back and check other charts with silver outside of XAG you'll see that way back in the day, the Hunt brothers cornered the market. Silver shot up to $49, $50 per ounce and then crashed out for generations. Then after the pandemic, around 2011, after the 2008 crash, silver went ballistic again. Then it spiked right here during the pandemic. And now in 2025, we're seeing the formation of the handle off of the cup, which is this. And if it breaks out and shoots up into the $70 to $100 ranges, absolutely insane. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that could happen in the market. And while we're waiting and seeing this, we're seeing the IWM is charting exactly the same way it did before GameStop squeezed the first time. We just saw a hedge fund blow up in the UK again. And guess what? Guess who the first hedge fund was to blow up in the UK for GameStop? I'll just go to the thing. White Square Cap. White Square Cap out of the UK. A London-based hedge fund has announced closure, significant losses from their GameStop short. The fund managed up to $440 million at its peak assets. That was the first fund to notably close during the last GameStop squeeze. Now, with all that going on, don't forget that PSA, Power Packs, the Vault, this thing is amazing. I've talked about it a few times. I've done a bunch of live polls. I've made out pretty good on it. But what I want to show you guys is the fees GameStop makes. I'm going to go to my collection and we're going to look at a card. I may not have a card sellable right now, but when you go to sell a card, here's an offer on my Pikachu. Right now I can review an offer from PSA for $9.50 on that one. It's a lower grade. But when you go, you get a 90% immediate buyback from GameStop when you're pulling a card. And when that happens, they take a fee. GameStop is now, and everybody's going to hate me for saying this, the Citadel market maker of the collectible world. Pokemon, sports, baseball, basketball, movie props, whatever you want to call it, magic cards. They have created a market for collectible PSA graded merchandise, and they're taking fees. It's absolutely awesome. In a roundabout way, you're almost getting payment for order flow from PSA, from the grading card service in the vault. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely genius. Not selling any of these cards. And if you notice, my photo in the thing is a card I pulled. I paid $25 for this card. I value it at $69,420,365. And it is a GameStop official exclusive Charmander. Really wish it would have been a gem mint. That would have been awesome. 10. Either way, there you go. So check it. IWM going crazy. Same as 2020. Silver, same as 2020. And you have all the hype surrounding GameStop popping back up all of a sudden, right? So here we are. I got in at 22. I'm up over 80% right now. I don't care about anybody else out there that's going to come and attack me after I make this video because I'm not a GameStop maxi. I'm a freaking value investor. And I will tell you right now, at 22 bucks, GameStop, when I got in, I saw deep fucking value in it. More than I've ever seen in my life and any other company in this sector. It is absolutely amazing what Ryan Cohen has done with this. And to put, I've been in BBBY since 360. We got that at 360, and Bed Bath & Beyond is now doing the same thing. Dividend warrant, October 3rd record date, October 7th distribution. Stop texting me. And I'm really excited about all of it. Having two stocks in this basket in the same position, heavy with cash, with growing markets, and both with vaults. BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond, now has their high-end jewelry vault, and they're selling Patek Philippe watches for $175,000 because you can't go shopping on Rodeo Drive anymore. You can't go shopping on Michigan Avenue because you're going to get robbed or shot or something to that matter. It's just crazy. Inner cities are nuts. So there we are. GameStop, big movement on the IWM, 30% short interest, $9 billion in cash on GameStop, $512 million in Bitcoin. Power Packs is going to make hundreds of millions of dollars. When this thing gets out of beta and goes live globally, and there's 6 to 10 million people using this thing, if not more, 60 million, pulling cards like crazy every freaking day. The fees are going to go bananas, and they are going to end up having a shortage of collectible cards, PSA graded, in the vault, and they're going to be buying cards at GameStop. They're going to be begging you to bring in your merchandise, and it's going to create one of the biggest markets in sports gambling. It's absolutely incredible. I'm so freaking stoked for this. So I got some pretty heavy call options on GameStop, dated out to January. I've got a ton of stock in the bank, waiting for my dividends. I'm going to cover it play by play, mainly more on Twitter. I'm not going to do a lot of YouTube videos. I'm not even monetized for any of this stuff, so I don't care. But please, if you watch this, you like it, share it, talk about it, go like everybody's GME posts. It's all about the socials. The algos see everything going on in the market. They see everything going on social media. And as you can see, GameStop has been going up for the past 3 weeks in a row. 4 weeks in a row above max pain on Friday. So either way, if you want to get in, you got to buy shares before the 3rd. You got to buy lots of 10 to receive 1 warrant dividend October 7th. Make sure your broker's going for it. And apparently, too, rumor is that eToro actually removed the leverage option on GameStop and BBBY, but left it on AMC because AMC is a dead stock. It's Adam Aaron ruined it. We played Ape. We made a ton of money on it. We got the F out. And we made the right decision because Adam Aaron diluted AMC into infinity, and he can do it again. He can come back, reverse split. He can issue more Ape, whatever he wants to do. It's a way to keep retail out of that company. That is not a retail company. That is an institutionally owned company. And speaking of institutionally owned, there's something interesting going on here. GameStop raised $4 billion in convertible notes, 2030, 2032, right? Someone gave them that money at 0% interest. We have executives talking about retail and institutions. I think GameStop went out and found institutional investors that truly believed in the company, and they said, enough is enough. Who wants in? We're going to do this thing. Project Rocket is absolutely 100% on the launch pad doing static fires right now. Some institutions came in and said, we'll give you $4 billion at 0% because we believe in what you're about to do and we want to be part of it. And GameStop has heavy institutional investor ownership right now on the back of heavy retail ownership. Good institutions, good retail own over, I believe, actually over 45 to 50% of the company at this point, which is great. Ryan Cohen, ton of shares, one of the biggest investors. Roaring Kitty, absolutely. Obviously, if he still has his position, I don't know if he does or not. Massive ownership. I think he would get something along the lines of 900,000 warrants. My math might be wrong on that. I thought he owned enough where he was going to get like 900,000 warrants. Maybe that's Ryan Cohen. I can't remember. No, Roaring Kitty's going to have like 4 million warrants. Something like that. I can't remember. Let me try to look it up real quick. On X. Somebody did the math. I think it's like 4 million or something like that. Everybody's begging him to come back. I get it. If I was him, I probably wouldn't be online either. Too much going on. And I can't seem to find any of the people that did the math, but I'm pretty sure it's in the millions. Or no, something like that. I don't know. 100,000, 900,000 warrants maybe he gets. I'm not sure. Either way, not important. Good luck to him. Good luck to everybody. Christmas is coming up. Don't forget that December 9th will be the Q3 reporting period for GameStop, and I have a feeling it is going to be massive. There's also the news that GameStop still has $100 million set aside, already approved for stock buyback. So if this all goes down, if everything happens, and the warrants pop The stock pops. Everybody's holding tight. This thing kicks back off again because IWM shorts are covering out. 16% short interest on GameStop, 30% on the IWM. Silver's going bananas. Probably going to send margin calls out to all the silver shorts, which a lot of them are banks and hedge funds. As you saw, one closed down in the UK just last week. Then he comes out and does a $100 million stock buyback and causes anti-dilutive practices. The EPS for Q3 could go through the freaking roof. And then Q4, 5, or I'm 5, Q4, Q1, 2, 3, and 4 through 2026. If Power Packs is full up and they increase the amount of collectibles you can buy, like Magic and so not, they are going to have insane earnings for the rest of time. So there it is. Hope you guys liked the video. I'm going to sign off. It's been fun. Got back on. I don't stream much anymore. I don't even know if I'm doing it right. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Just chilling until the 3rd. And super excited to see another Max Payne closeout this Friday. And then next week, Tuesday the 7th, I believe. Let me double check my math on that. The 7th is the dividend distribution date. And we're hoping we hear something from Ryan Cohen, hear something from Ryan Kitty. It'd be absolutely amazing. So having fun. We're up. We're going to stay up. And I hope everybody makes out really good on this. Good luck.